Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I manifested such a supportive, loving, present man. My partner, he is so unbelievably supportive and present and all in with me. And how did I manifest this? The reason I'm doing this video is I last week shared with you our gender reveal video. I'll link it up there. And a lot of you commented on him. You commented on his love for me. You just saw, maybe you saw our love between each other as well, our love for each other. And there was something there that touched a lot of you. So I wanted to talk about, well, how was I able to manifest a relationship like this and a man like this? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Before I jump in, I want you to know that all of my courses are on sale. All of my self-study courses are on sale this week for, really, it's a pregnancy celebration sale. I just was so blown away by all of your love and support last week in sharing that I'm pregnant and sharing the gender of our baby, all of that. And so I just wanted to put my courses on sale. So all the links for the sale prices of my courses are directly below, and we're going to have them on sale through Sunday, the end of the day on Sunday. Okay, so let's talk about this. How did I manifest such a supportive man? How can you manifest a supportive man or supportive partner? And not just supportive, but present, loving, all in, fully choosing you, fully showing up for you, fully in the relationship. Isn't this what we all want? We want like the real deal love. And so how did I personally manifest this? There's a few things I want to talk about. So the first is the number one thing. And if you've been watching me for a while, you probably know what I'm going to say because I've been saying it since day one. So if you're not watching live, pause the video and post below what you think I'm going to say. That piece is self-love. And you may get tired of hearing me talk about self-love, but honestly, it's like if you do one technique, if you do one practice, if you do one thing, if that is self-love, you're going to create an amazing life. And I'm not just talking about a relationship, but I'm talking about money, I'm talking about success, I'm talking about friendships, I'm talking about family, I'm talking about everything. So what is self-love? What is my personal practice of self-love? And why was this the thing that manifested this relationship for me? And I'll tell you something real quick before I dive into that. My man also practices self-love. And before we met, he was in a time of his life where he was incredibly self-loving. What that means is he fully accepted himself. He loved who he was. He felt he was a great person. He felt he was incredible and remarkable. And what do you know? Around that time in his life, that's where we came together. And so this is a really important practice. So what is self-love to me? Well, self-love is the practice of really, really liking yourself, genuinely. Really seeing yourself as an amazing person, really seeing yourself as special, as worthy, as beautiful, as important. Truly, we're not just telling ourselves stories, but not really thinking that about ourselves. We really feel that way about ourselves. And also, it's not telling yourself that you're better than other people. That actually isn't self-love. Like thinking you're better than others or thinking that you're, higher up or all these things, that's not self-love either. That's arrogance. Usually it's coming from the ego, and it's actually usually coming from a place of not feeling worthy. So self-love is the true knowing and believing in your value, in your worth, and how incredible you are as a person. So how do we practice self-love? How do we arrive into self-love? I have a few self-love courses linked below. I had a really popular one that I just did. It was the 28-day self-love experience. It is down there on sale. Self-love is really just the practice of bringing the focus back to yourself and telling yourself things like, I am a special person. I am incredible. I am good at this. I am beautiful. I am worthy no matter what. I accept myself no matter what. I show up for myself no matter what. These are the practices. It's not just affirmations that you're telling yourself. You're literally learning to almost become your own best friend and to really like think highly of yourself. And it also includes like forgiving yourself when you mess up. Loving yourself just as you are, even if you have flaws. Learning to say to yourself, even though I make mistakes or even though I didn't do this that great, like I'm still totally worthy of love. I'm still a good person. I'm still important. That is what self-love is. So why is this absolutely the foundation to creating the amazing relationship that you want? It's the foundation. And if you want to have an ongoing relationship that fulfills you and feels good to you, and the person shows up for you and they continue to show up for you, self-love is really the way to do that. So why is that? Because everyone is really reflecting your dominant thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about yourself back to you. People see you how you see yourself. That is a very easy way to say it. People will really see you and value you and care about you the way you care about yourself. That's the easy translation. And, this practice of self-love is the way to really start to feel like you are important, like you are special, like you are deserving. And if you do that, you not only will receive the reflection of other people thinking and feeling that way about you, but you will come to assume that others feel that way about you. When we aren't incredibly self-loving, we don't feel worthy of being loved. How could we feel worthy of being loved if we're not even really loving ourselves, right? So this practice of self-love is really, really, really important. There's a couple other things that I think are important that I personally did to manifest such a loving, incredible man into my life. Those things are, one thing that stands out to me is I wasn't willing to be treated any other way. That's the honest truth. And honestly, that comes from self-love. When you love yourself, when you think you're amazing, when you really, truly value yourself, you just start to have different standards of how you'll be treated, how you'll be shown up for, what you really think you deserve, what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. And I think this is a huge gift of self-love. It really helps people step into this next level of what they will receive in relationship. And when you set that bar high for yourself, this is what I'm going to receive. This is how I'm going to be treated. And if I'm not treated this way, it's not going to work for me. If you're you know what that's all called? That's called confidence. And confidence is known as being one of the most attractive things there is. It really is. But you're also energetically, we can say, training people on how they can treat you. And not only that, energetically training people isn't even quite the right way to say it. You're manifesting your reality based on what you say you will receive and will not receive. You are manifesting that. And so to really arrive into the inner knowing for yourself that this is what I'm going to receive. And if it's not this, I'm out of here. I'm freaking out of here, because guess what? This is what I'm going to receive. This is the type of relationship I'm going to be in. This is what it's going to feel like. This is the mutual love and respect we're going to have for each other. And if it's not this, I'm not sticking around. That is a level of self-love, self-confidence, self-worth that is really important. And for myself on my own journey, that's been part of my path of saying look, I'm only going to have this. I'm only really going to be able to be available to be in this type of relationship with someone who's fully available for me too. Someone who fully shows up for me too. Someone who is fully in for me too. If a person isn't able to do that, it's not for me. And oftentimes, I mean, I've talked about this before in videos, you know, oftentimes with people manifesting a specific person in particular, a lot of people can be really scared of setting boundaries like that, even setting the boundary inside yourself, and they go into the, well, what I believe it's going to manifest, and they like all the different kind of excuses, I might say, as to why not to set those boundaries. And that's fine. Everyone can do it whatever way they want to. But the truth is, like, people really are going to treat you based on what you will accept. And that's a self-concept thing. That really is a self-concept issue. Your self-concept, through self-love, you want to grow into the self-concept that really will only be chosen because you love yourself that much, and that's all you're willing to receive. So these are a few of my tips. Let's see if there's anything else I want to share with you. Well, just also visioning and knowing that this man existed for me. Really going deeply into the imaginal spaces and hearing my man say to me, I love you, I'm all in, I'm fully here for this. I talk about manifesting him a lot in my I Do course, and which is also linked below, because that's what I did. I went into deep imaginal spaces and created a relationship with him. I would hear him in inner conversations. I would feel him holding me when I would go into imaginal acts. I would go deep into the imaginal spaces, and I'd experience a man fully showing up for me, fully in with me, fully all in. And that's what I manifested. But I trained myself to know that that was my man. That's what I was going to receive. That was the love I was going to receive. I trained myself by internally imagining it over and over and over again. So these are some of the things that I have personally done to manifest a really, really, really incredible man. I mean, I'm super blessed. He's really incredible. And yeah, I hope that you do these things for yourself as well, because also the truth is, like, they want that as well. You know, he and I want to live in our highest expression with each other. That means we both are fully self-loving. We both are fully choosing ourselves. We are both all in. It's not a one-way street. It's both of us. And that's what creates a really amazing, amazing relationship. So thank you all for being here with me. If you want to catch the sale, it's going on until Sunday. All the links for my courses on sale are directly below, and I'll see you soon. Bye.